Greetings everybody, my name is Kirillo and this is Real Map Talk. Today I'm gonna be talking about a map called Forest Path. It was created by RageQuit. I don't really know this player or map maker, so not sure who he is. But I'm not talking about him, but about his map. And this is the smallest map in the official 1 versus map in the official map pool, if you don't count minigames, I think. And it's really similar to a map called Keep of the Grass 2, in some ways. Not exactly similar, but the idea is pretty similar. You are supposed to do the same thing here and on that map, but I'll talk about Keep of the Grass 2 in my next video. So let's talk about this map. Personally, I'm not a fan of this map at all. I tend to avoid it since it's too choky to my taste. And if I was in charge of OpenArray map pool, I would really remove this map and try to replace it with something else. Yeah, so let me just analyze this map. First of all, let's talk about its visual design. Like overall, it seems to be nice, trees are always nice, but there are some areas which could be improved. Let's stop this harvester so the bot will not mine and produce army, so I can focus on the map, not on defense. Okay, that's good. So, as I said, the trees look nice, but if you look closely, you will see these debris, and they are really repeated, which is not really nice. For example, you will see these trees, this little forest, the same here, so the same here, this area, it's really mirrored exactly, and this area looks nicer than this area. So this map is mirrored. I never considered it to be a flaw, to be honest, but I know some people dislike mirrored maps. I actually do like mirrored maps, and this map actually fails to be perfectly mirrored as well. I'll get back to that later when I discuss when I start discussing some strategies. But for now, like overall, it seems like a cute map. But if you play it, it's not that great, in my opinion. So, every player starts in the corner, like top left and bottom right. Every player has 2 ore mines, and he has an opportunity to expand either to the bottom or to the right, and mirrored here. So, there is also an ore mine. This is not a gem mine, but it is surrounded by gems. And what I typically I don't play a lot on this map, I tend to avoid it, but I do know there are some good strategies, and I do know how to play this map. So you don't want to build service depot on this map at all. It means that you need to reposition your your only construction yard. And what I noticed, some people like 5aces, I think he mentioned that in his Red Alert Global Academy, maybe not, but I do know he likes to do this strategy. So let me just demonstrate this better. I need to be spawned at the bottom right. This is really important for this strategy, and I'll explain why. Okay. So we're at the bottom right. So what he likes to do, he likes to build a power plant, if I recall correctly, like somewhere like here. And then he undeploys and goes to this position. And this position and this move is a really strong move. So if your base is here, it means that your ore refinery can be placed here. This is why we need this power plant. Or here, for example, doesn't really matter that much. And you also have access to this ore field, and eventually you would be able to push, like base push, towards this ore mine. And this is, in my opinion, the only valid strategy, to be honest, on this map. Like, you cannot do some infantry push here, since it's too choky, it's easy to scout, it's easy to stop it, and you really have to play your raid attack game. And with this position it's different. So when I was talking about this map being mirrored but not perfectly mirrored, this is what is the problem. What the problem is, you cannot deploy here. If you are this player, you cannot do exactly the same move, so you have to do it like this. This is the only spot where you can deploy inside this ridge. And this ridge is much more smaller than this one. It means that it's harder to defend and produce buildings here. For example, if somebody attacks, like V2s for example, attack from this side, attack this base, you have to, for example, move some of your army, maybe a tank or rocket soldiers, and it's really choky. Here it's much more easier to defend, in my opinion. And overall, since you should be playing your raid attack games here, I think Soviets are much more stronger on this map. So with V2s you can do this. Let's just kill off the economy again. So on this map you don't really need more than 3 V2s, since overall 3 V2s is enough to destroy almost every building. So if you scouted this expansion you can do this. Bam. And just retreat. Hit and run, this is what V2s are supposed to be doing. And with the artilleries it's much harder, since the turn rate is much more slower. So you cannot do the same strategy. This is why I think Soviets are much more powerful on this map. Yaks are also faster, so you can move from one side to another swiftly. And yeah, overall it's hard to mass an army here, and because even if you do that, it's really choky, it's hard to move around your army, and normally each player captures a side expansion, a side ore patch, and the one who wins the middle wins the game, so it's do or die. I'm not a fan of this, and you cannot really amend this map like to a great extent, because it's not enough space. This map is 44 by 44 tiles, so you cannot do much here. And let's talk about this do or die strategy. So if you are the top player, your best refinery can be placed like this. So it's really convenient to mine. Obviously you need to protect your harvester, but let's forget about that for now. You can mine from here. And if you are the bottom player, you might be thinking, hey, this is the best refinery. But the problem is, this blocks the path, the trees block, and you only really have this one tile. So if you place a refinery like this, you lost the game, trust me. So, and you have to go around. So let's sell it, and in my opinion, like, you cannot place a refinery here, not even here, not here, not here, only like this. So in my opinion the best refinery would be like this. So it's still not perfect, this one is a little bit better, since you don't have to go around the refinery, like here, but at least you would be able to protect your harvesters to move your army, since there are a few cells. Similar here. So it's more or less equal, but I would say this player has small advantage. And it sort of balances out this reach and this reach, because this player obviously is at a much more better position. Overall, I think the better spawn is the bottom spawn, so it's hard to build here. But like, maybe you don't even need to build here, but the main problem is that you expose your construction yard. It's closer to the middle, and here you can, for example, deploy like this, even like this, and V2s won't be able to reach the base, and maybe not even artilleries. So even if artilleries can shoot, they would be the best position would be here, but this position is really bad, since you would need to protect artilleries and you cannot move your army to protect. Like, they cannot stand here because of the trees, so it's really, they would be an easy target. And with this position you cannot deploy anywhere here, so you are really exposed here. Remember, this is your only construction yard, so this map is not really good in this regard. This is one of the reasons why I would remove this map from the official map pool. And this map was also redesigned. In the previous release it was different, but unfortunately I don't remember what was like how it was different. I don't know the changes. Probably it was more choky and it has become less choky, but still it's pretty choky. It's hard to move your army, and there is only one valid strategy here, and you never want to build a service depot, you never want to tack up, you cannot harvest enough ore. And like, I do like micro-intensive maps, but I wouldn't call this map micro-intensive. It's simply too choky to call it like that. And like, yeah, I'm not really sure what else to tell about this map. So visually it looks okay, could be improved. For example, this forest and this forest could look different, like visually different, but still this area should be unpassable. But the problem is not its aesthetic look, but like the replay value of this map isn't high enough. I hope I'm not too rude. Sorry if I was, but I think there are better maps. Alright, thanks for listening. I think I don't have anything else to tell about this map, and see you soon.